All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Thursday morning. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I do pray you and your family are super blessed. Guys, Bitcoin is getting a little bit of a dumperoni in queso. I'm in a short trade. Just took a profit. I took some profits on the long from yesterday, guys. Our next take profit, shout out to Idi Nium. God bless you. Yeah, we hit the take profit, 48.8. That was the take profit I had on the long trade yesterday. Boom, hit the take profit, and now in a short, still holding the long. Yeah, this was a short trade that I took in the Casper Crew VIP live stream. Personally, I was not feeling super bearish upon the entry. But here's the thing, guys. I did let the community know that I was in a short trade. As I watched it happen, basically we came up to the Fibonacci Golden Pocket retrace, and as we lost it, I said, all right, I'm short, because and I was not super confident in it. The reason I entered a short trade here is because I was in many long trades, and we are coming to a very, very important area of resistance. And I did ask in the chat, are we going to see a big pullback from this area, or is this a buy the dip zone? All right, we're going to be getting into it. By the way, guys, if you want to join the Casper Crew VIP Discord, where myself and others every single day we do live streams. My man Boyan also gave the short this morning in his live stream. We have a beginner's course in there. You can go to jasoncaspertrading.com to join the community. It's an educational group, guys. We are not a signals group, but we are walking you through what we are doing, our mindset, our trade setups, our levels, all that kind of stuff with multiple instructors. Also, guys, if you want to trade Bitcoin, altcoins, the three exchanges I currently use, MEXC, best fees in the game, ZoomX, and also BingX. Those three exchanges are the ones I'm currently using, and we are, right now, about to come down to a pretty key zone of support right here. We've got the Fibonacci Golden Pocket just below. We've got the 786. Pretty much my next take profit zone for this Bitcoin short trade is going to be right here between 45.2 and 46K. All right, let's see if we can do it. We're going to talk about why we got the move to the downside. We're going to talk about some different potentials, guys, so make sure to like the stream, because as usual, if we can get 1,000 likes within the first 30 minutes of streaming, we will be giving away 1,000 USDT. Trendy Philippines, why is it dumping? Links to everything, guys, are in the description of the video. Also, in the pinned comment, I've got links as well. All right, we are going to be getting into why this is happening, guys. All right, this is something, if you've been a subscriber to the channel, by the way, make sure to subscribe, because we are well on our way to 200,000 subscribers. But this scenario is something I've been talking about pretty much every day since December 27th. In fact, if you go to my YouTube channel, go to the video that I posted on December 27th, you can see that I was looking for a potential pullback from this, literally this exact level. All right, make sure to go subscribe to the Jason Casper YouTube channel. All right, because I was one of the few, you know, I publicly was bullish. I publicly opened up a $500,000 long back on December 27th from the bottom, and I was talking about the potential of us coming up to the $48.8 thousand level, which is the Fibonacci Golden Pocket, where we were looking for potentially a move up to that area and then a pullback from it. Pretty much exactly what we are seeing happen right now is something that I've been publicly talking about since I made this first video getting very, very bullish. And we're going to be popping into the charts, taking a look at what exactly is happening, why we got this move to the downside. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like, because we're giving away 1,000 USDT if we can get 1,000 likes within the first half hour of the stream. And I do just want to say, guys, everybody watching and listening, God bless you all. May you all be blessed in Jesus' name, even if you're not religious. I just pray everybody watching is blessed in so many ways. I hope you learned something from the stream. And I hope that you get something out of this. So let's do it. All right? Let's do it. First of all, a huge shout out to Revy, who's bullish. A huge shout out to Adsero, who is in a short trade. Yes, so look, guys, I have not closed out my long. As you can see, I've taken a profit on it. I had $150,000 in this trade yesterday. Now I have $110,000. I've taken $40,000 of profit out at this high, secured a $7,000 profit. And honestly, guys, so right now, 0.4, 0.5, I'm about 0.6 Bitcoin total in profit for this long trade. My goal is a whole Bitcoin, so a little bit higher. I could have actually closed it out for a whole Bitcoin, but I'm shooting for higher targets, right? I always do that. This long trade right now, up about $3,500. So I'm up about 10K on the day right now on these trades, and I still do have the other long trades open as well. All right. Shout out to the Casper crew, because I know a lot of people took the trade. Boyan gave the trade. I let everybody know I was short in this morning's New York Open live stream. I walked through exactly why I took the short, my reasoning for the short in the Casper crew. All right, so let's get to the Bitcoin charts, y'all. Shout out to everybody. If we get 1,000 likes in the next 24 minutes, we'll be giving away $1,000. So we got 1,000 people in the chat. All right, so if everyone likes the video right now, we can do a juicy giveaway. All right, so what's the deal? Why is Bitcoin taking a dump? Well, again, guys, this is the scenario that I've been preparing for since I was very bullish on Bitcoin, since I opened up the long trade that I'm currently still in from $40,000. Was that 40K? When did I get in that trade? Let's see. When I opened it from, 40,700 was when I got into that trade. All right, we are coming up to right now a very important area of resistance. It is the macro Fibonacci golden pocket retest, okay? When we come from the high of the bull market to the low of the bear market, we are coming up into this zone right here. This is called the Fibonacci golden zone, the golden pocket, aka the 618 Fibonacci. All right, look at that, a pump right into the 618. And as we are coming into this area, I have to say, the lower time frames did not look nearly as bearish as I would have wanted them to take a short trade from here. But as we are coming into this area, we are seeing a bit of a concerning sign, which is the fact that as the price is getting higher into a key area of resistance, the momentum waves and the money flow are both getting lower. And the scary thing is, if this red dot confirms on Market Cypher B, it will absolutely be a confirmed, dreaded, bald-headed Gary Gensler Market Cypher B pattern. Right, whereas the price is getting higher and higher into key resistance, Gary Gensler's bald head is getting lower and lower into key support. In fact, if we go ahead and see, I've got a folder full of pictures here. We can actually just superimpose. It's the GG pattern, the dreaded bald-headed GG. We can superimpose him onto the Bitcoin chart here and see that if this confirms with a Gary Gensler bald head, yeah, that's a bearish divergence. That could take us down a little bit. Now, not only is this the Fibonacci 618, but this is also the value area high of the last bull market. So when we take a look at this here, we look at all the volume that has traded within this last range right here, we can see that, yeah, it's pretty much, we're coming up to the top of this range right here. So this is a very, 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 very important zone for Bitcoin. And is the high in? Look, we can't know for certain, okay? We are right now at a local support, right? We are at local support number 1 for this Bitcoin dump, okay? That's why I have taken a take profit 1 on the short trade, because we have come down to that daily open. We have come down to the local Fibonacci golden pocket support. This is definitely an area where we might bottom out, but we do need to be aware that, yeah, we are at macro support, macro resistance, I should say. And we are seeing some bearish signs on some of these higher term timeframes. Now, let's not forget, in previous market cycles, okay, let's take a look at what happened in the last market cycle on Bitcoin, right? This was the all-time high in 2017, 2018, or whatever it was. This was the top of the bear market rally. Everyone was very bullish. Everyone knew the next bull market was coming. The hype was real. I was in the crypto space at the time. All right, I was not on YouTube, but I was well in the space. All right, following very closely. Now look at this. Where did we reject from? The Fibonacci golden pocket. We got a wick right into that golden pocket, and that was the beginning of the correction leading up into the halving and the massive pump. Okay, are we seeing history repeat itself here? Are we seeing history repeat itself here? We can't know for sure yet, but one thing we can know for sure is that, look, we have been prepared for this level for a very long time. If you've been subscribed to the channel, which you absolutely should be, when I gave the setup, I didn't give the setup on YouTube, but I showed my trade when it was very fresh, giving my targets potentially up to that $48,000 level, which is why you should subscribe to the channel, and we're well on our way to 200,000 subscribers, okay? One thing we know for sure is that this is a level we have been prepared for, and if we are going to get a pullback before the halving, it is most likely going to be from this green box right here, where we have multiple confluences of resistance, okay? So let's entertain a bearish scenario. I am not bearish on Bitcoin. I am bullish on Bitcoin. Let me make this very clear. I am bullish on Bitcoin. I am expecting new Bitcoin highs this year. I am expecting Bitcoin to go to new highs, okay? I'm very, very bullish, but we need to entertain bearish scenarios. Why do we need to entertain bearish scenarios? Well, if we are prepared for scenarios like the one here, then we can make money. That's why we are here, to make money, right? We're not here to get emotional and say, but I want Bitcoin to do this. Look, Bitcoin can do whatever she wants. She don't care how you feel. She can do whatever she wants. So it's our job to be prepared to say, you know what? I don't care what Bitcoin does, because whatever she decides to do, I'm going to be ready to make a move on the volatility so that I can profit whether she goes up or whether she goes down. And we can do that while still being macro bullish. We can do it logically. Anybody who thinks markets go straight up without any retracement are illogical, because the chart does not go that way, right? And so as traders, as Bitcoin holders, we can use pullbacks as opportunities to get more Bitcoin, which then we're all very bullish and all agree that within the next year, Bitcoin's going to be at a new all-time high. So if the pullbacks come, we should be prepared for them so we can have more Bitcoin when Bitcoin hits its new all-time high. It's so funny when people are like, you stupid traders shorting Bitcoin? You're the reason why Bitcoin's going down. It's not true. We're not the reason Bitcoin's going down. Bitcoin's going down, whether or not we're shorting, right? So we're taking advantage because I want more Bitcoin. All right. So let's talk about these charts. Let's talk about a bearish scenario so we can be prepared. All right. Make sure to like the stream, guys. We have 1,300 people in here, 300 likes. Look, guys, we have 15 minutes. All right. We have 15 minutes to get 1,000 USDT. All right. What exchanges are these trades on? I'm trading on ZoomX, BingX, and MEXC. Links in the description. All right. So let's just entertain a potential bearish scenario here. Again, I'm not necessarily bearish on Bitcoin, okay? But here's the reality of the situation. We are looking at this old range here. This range is basically the Bitcoin price during the last bull market range, okay? This bull market range right here was establishing for us the fair value of Bitcoin during the top of the bull market. The fair value of Bitcoin was between the price of $31,000 and about $50,000, okay? So we also understand that we are right now coming up to the top of that fair value zone, right around here, right? Coming to the top of the fair value zone right around here. Potentially, this could be an area where we get a pullback. Is it it probable? Well, right now we have absolutely zero signs of weakness on the chart. We are still in an uptrend on the 1 hour time frame. Things still look very bullish to me. All right. It's not going to be until we lose, until we make a lower low than 44.3. We have absolutely no reason to be ultra bearish here, besides the fact that we have hit into a macro area of resistance. But we could just come down, make a higher low, and then make a higher high, right? But what if we start to make a lower low here? And what if we start to make a lower high and a lower low and a lower high? Then what's our plan going to be? Well, my plan is this. If you establish a fair value zone for any asset, and then the price loses that fair value zone to the downside, and then it comes back inside the fair value zone, the probabilities say we're going to fill to the top. All right, that's pretty much what has just happened. We front run the top, so be aware of like another higher high around here, and then something like this, right? This is also a scenario that I'm very much so interested in. But if we get a rejection from the high of this fair value zone, there are two major areas of support below where we need to be aware of for buying Bitcoin on spot. The first one is going to be the high volume node of the range. All right, if we are trading above the highest volume node of the range, that means that at this exact price of $38,000, more Bitcoin exchanged hands than at any other price. More people were buying and selling here at 38K than at any other price. So if we're trading above it, we would expect that this would act now as our support. We can also see, just by looking at the chart, that on the way up, $38,000 is the only place where we actually did make a base or establish some kind of base to be retested, right? Other than 38K, we have not established any other kind of base where the price stuck for multiple days, right? So we could see how easily we could come down here, because if we start to make lower lows, there's literally nothing stopping us from coming down to here. There's no support at all in this zone, right? Now, if we lose 38K, we look down toward the bottom of the range, because once we lose the high volume node of the range, it becomes more probable than not that we make our way back down to the low of the range. Now, look at the low of the range, okay? Look at how beautiful this support resistance flip is. This is probably the most important level for Bitcoin, period. Maybe of all time, but definitely within the last 4 years. That $30,000 level, massive psychological level, heading into the 2020 bull market, because 20K was our all-time high, so 30K was that next massive psychological level. It was support all throughout the bull market, flipped into resistance. It acted as support 3 times, resistance 3 times, and now we've broken out. And look at when the breakout, right? As we broke out, so far this move to the upside has not been very healthy, right? It has not been very healthy, right? Kind of like this, right? Not very healthy. Some people think it's healthy because they're making money on it. And a lot of people made money on these things too. But it's not very healthy. Why? Because we have not established any kind of base of support. What would have been healthy would have been a breakout, a retest, form some kind of little range here, you know, and then get the move to the upside. That would have really shown the market that yes, indeed, 30K, this is no longer resistance, this is absolutely support. We've never had a chance for the market to come down and prove that what used to be resistance is support, okay? And all we've left behind are massive amounts of over-leveraged longs. Whenever you see price making slightly higher lows like this, that means there are liquidations below those levels, that means there are stop losses below those levels, and it means because there's no base, because there's no clear area of support below these levels, when we start to stop people out and we get a move down, right, it could trigger stop losses getting hit, liquidations. Now, when liquidations get hit, when stop losses get hit, in the order book, it looks like a sell order, and that pushes the price down more. This is why when markets are propped up by leverage, they can have very, 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 very fast moves to the downside, and this could happen quickly, and we've seen this happen even in bull markets. We've seen 40% corrections to the downside, and from right here, where we're at, to that place is a 30% correction, which is nothing too crazy. I know it seems crazy right now because everybody's so bullish about the ETF, but if we look at what happened in the previous bull market, the previous pre-halving, the early stages of the bull market, the ending stages of the bear market, Bitcoin rallied 300%, and then we dumped down to test our base, the base that we had established, right? Something very similar has happened, and this dump to the downside here to test the base was about a 40-50% move to the downside. Now, I'm not even going to include this what happened in March 2020, because I consider this an anomaly. This was a black swan event. If we kind of ignore the black swan event here, what did we do? We just came back down to test our base. So this is a bearish scenario for me, one that I'm prepared for. And the reason why I'm prepared for it, guys, is because this is an opportunity of the market cycle. In fact, this may be the last opportunity that we have to really scoop up Bitcoin for a massive bull market, because the truth is, right, about the Bitcoin ETF, right, the truth is, this ETF eventually could cause Bitcoin to become as manipulated and or suppressed as the prices of gold, right? If gold was truly valued at its worth based on inflation, it would be much more than $2,000. But because it's all ETF, they can play games with it. That very well may start to happen with Bitcoin. I do think this is one of the last major opportunities we have to make serious gains on Bitcoin, because the volatility is going to become less. That's just my opinion. I'm open to be wrong about that, and I hope I am. I hope I am. But one of the things I've really learned in life is you should expect the worst outcome so you can be grateful for the best outcome. All right? If you have really low expectations for life, anything that happens to you that's good will exceed your expectations, and it will seem so much better than expecting that Bitcoin is just gonna somehow just skirt the system and they're gonna just let this thing keep going and people are gonna be able to make tons of money every 4 years on a crypto bull market. If that happens, man, great, and I hope it does. But I'm not gonna expect that, because then I'll be let down. I'm gonna expect the opposite, so if it does happen, I'll be pleasantly surprised, okay? So let's see if we come down to hit this next TP. By the way, guys, if anyone's just joining the stream now, this is a short. I took it in the New York Open live stream in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. I told everybody that I took the short. I told everybody why I took the short. Also, the other instructors in the Casper Crew did also give the short trade. Boyan, man, Boyan absolutely crushing it in there. You know, it's not just me in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. We've got other instructors in there. Boyan in here, taking all the profits on his long trades, giving the long trade setups, showing you his trades in here, right? Taking the short trade, crazy stuff. Shout out to Boyan, man. He's a great trader in here. He streams every single day as well. White Phoenix is also an instructor in here. He, does live streams every single day as well. I actually don't know if White Phoenix took the trade, but guys, we have a beginner's course in here as well in the community. Beginner's course, right? Where is it? I don't know. Right here. All right, so if you're new to this and you're joining the community and you want to not get wrecked coming into trading, the beginner's course is for you, right? How to do risk management. We got videos in here. We got assessments you can fill out. All right, JasonCasperTrading.com if you are interested. Of course, if you're not interested, then don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right, bam, here we are. Back in the short trade. This is crazy, actually. So yeah, that is a bearish scenario. Obviously, we're at our first zone of support right now for Bitcoin. Okay, the golden pocket, the 786. I've hit a TP1 on the short. I'm going to hit a TP2 right here. And then honestly, guys, I'm just going to let the rest ride. I'm just going to let the rest ride. Just kind of like what I do with my long trades, right? I take profits, I secure profits, and then I let the rest ride, because once I've made money on it, I can consider it a win, and then I don't have to worry, oh, should I close it? Oh, should I close it, keep it open? Should I do this? Should I do that? Doesn't matter. Does not matter at all. All right, let's get back to the actual Bitcoin charts. Let's talk about a bullish scenario, and let's take a look also at the let's take a look also at what's happening locally here. All right. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, so these are the last few trades that I've taken on Bitcoin for the past few days leading up to this. As you can see, I've been shorting these highs as well. Like I even have taken losses shorting Bitcoin, but in general, my short trades have been these small profits, you know, 400 bucks, lost 700, made 900. My long trade obviously very juicy. You know, this one got stopped out yesterday in a $4,500 profit. And then, of course, I was short also a few days ago, and that short also got stopped out for a $2,000 profit. So That's the thing, guys. Like, if you have a plan, you can capitalize on whatever is happening in these markets. That's what's so great about technical analysis. All right, let's see what is coming on the order flow chart here. Okay, so we are below VWAP. Guys, a reclaim of VWAP is obviously going to be a sign of strength right now. We are at support. And so if we start to reclaim VWAP, that is going to be a sign of strength. This is what happened yesterday. This is how I got into my long trades yesterday when we came below VWAP a little bit and then started to reclaim VWAP. Right around here, we saw some bullish CVD divergences. This was the open long trade I had yesterday at the beginning of the stream. Let's check out Market Cipher B. Let's see how she's looking. Did we get any kind of bullish divergences as we came down to some of these lows? All right, we're going to go down to the 12-minute time frame. We're going to go ahead and put on Market Cipher B. And are we getting bullish divergence? We are not yet getting bullish divergence here. Let's go to the 6-minute time frame. Did the 6-minute get a bullish divergence? Not quite yet, but we are printing a nice bottom. Okay, so here's the deal. This is a sideways range, okay? This is a sideways range. So we need to trade this locally, right? If we're going to be looking for trades right now, where are we going to be looking? Well, I'll tell you, whenever the Bitcoin price is printing some kind of, or whatever asset you're trading, whenever we're looking at a sideways range, we want to mark out 4 key zones, all right? We want to mark out the high, which we made right up here. This is going to be our high. This is going to be our macro resistance. It's going to be a key level right here, where basically if we see that we're forming some kind of sideways range, we mark the high, because if we come to the highs, that's where we should be looking for short trades. We want to mark the low, because if we come to the lows, that's where we should be looking for long trades. Right, it's the range low. And then we look at the volume here. So this blue line, this is the fair value zone. Basically anything below the blue line is the place where we should be looking for our long trades. Anything above the blue line here is where we should be looking for our short trades. All right, and then what I also like to do is I like to pull Fibonacci's. So we pull a fib from the low to the high, and you can see we have a zone right here between the golden pocket and the 786. This is the place to be looking for a long trade in the range. So you can see right now we are bouncing from support. This is an area to be looking for a long trade, all right? Then what I like to do is I like to pull the fibs from the highs to the lows, and we also mark out that area, the golden pocket and the 786. Now, to be fair, for me personally, I'm not interested in longing unless we come down a little bit lower, because I like to look for the longs when the price is considered oversold, right? Anything at or below this blue line. And so this is going to be my next take profit here on my short trade, because I'm looking for us to come a little bit lower. Now, if we come lower here, if we are going to bounce from this area, if this is going to maintain this bullish market structure, which we clearly have here, because again, we can entertain bearish scenarios on the high time frames, but the lower time frames right now are still objectively bullish. We have to learn how to look at different time frames to affect our long, medium, and short-term bias, right? So the short-term time frames are still bullish, and the reason is because we have made a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, and still a higher low. There is nothing bearish about this 6-minute time frame yet, okay? Even if we dip down to this area, we could still say we have our low, our high. I mean, we could look at a higher time frame and say that we have here our low, our high, our higher low, and then we look for a higher high, right? So that's why this box to me still looks pretty juicy. A higher low from the macro move down to the macro move up, and then we look for a higher low into that zone. Now, what I want to see, if this is going to be bullish for me, there's 2 things I want to see. Either number 1, I would like to see, wow, VWAP's pretty high from us. Yeah, that might not be worth it even for a day trade. I would want to see another move to the downside here, and as we get another move to the downside, I would want to see Market Cipher B printing a nice bullish divergence, something like this, right? Where the momentum waves are getting higher as the price is getting lower into that box of support, right around, you know, basically anything lower than the low that we have put in right now. That to me would be a nice potential long trade to take as a day trade, assuming that this bullish trend is going to continue. And so far, on these lower time frames, the bullish trend is still fully intact. There's nothing necessarily bearish about this trend yet on the lower time frames. And if we do hold this box of support here, I wouldn't necessarily be too interested in a rejection from this local Fibonacci golden pocket unless we actually come down a little bit lower, and then I would be more interested. But yeah, we do need to be aware on the way up for a back test of this level and then it drops to the downside, because this level right now, $48,000, is our support. I'm sorry, it's our resistance now, right? It was our resistance a few days ago, which was, I guess, was that yesterday? I don't even remember. And then, you know, we could look at this as like an anomaly, but then we could look at this also as a third time that we are coming into this area. That is a potential area of resistance, guys. I would say this, you know, as we're looking for potential short trades here, it's always nicer to short on a sign of weakness, okay? Unless you're catching the top like we do in the Casper crew, it's always best to short on a sign of weakness. So for me, a real sign of weakness on this right here would be the following. If we take these lows at $44,000, that to me is an official change of market structure, because, you know, we had this uptrend here, our low, our high, our higher low, our higher high. Now for the first time, when you see that lower low, this tips you off. All right, trend reversal. And so when you see that, you pull the Fibonacci from the high to the low, and then you go for your short in that zone, all right? Which also is $48,000, right? So this is a pretty nice zone. If we start to put in a lower low, that $48,000-ish level would be a pretty nice area to look to short a lower high, right? We're basically looking for a head and shoulder kind of thing to form here at the Fibonacci golden pocket and then get a move to the downside, okay? But as long as we maintain bullish market structure, as long as we don't put in a lower low, as long as we hold above that $44,000 level, so far there's no reason to think this dip is going to be any different than this dip or this dip, right? Because we're still maintaining that bullish market structure. Now I want to talk about some of the divergences that are forming on these time frames here, because we do have the 4-hour potentially bearish divergences here. Wow, yeah, so we are printing a 4-hour upside down Sam Bankman-Fried man boob pattern here, where we see the money flow and the momentum waves getting lower, just like Sam Bankman-Fried's man boobs. All right, let's go ahead and pull this and put it on our chart. We can see, yeah, the money flow and the momentum waves, the nipples getting lower as the price is getting higher into the macro 618. Man, I didn't even see this until recently, guys. I'll be honest with you. But yeah, this is currently happening. So if that 4-hour red dot does confirm, man, that doesn't look so bullish, does it? Doesn't look so bullish. So if this thing confirms, and then we get a lower low, and then we come up into the Fibonacci golden pocket zone around that 47.5, 48K zone, I would say I would definitely be more bearish, and I would be shooting down back toward the $40,000 zone. And then if we lose the $40,000 zone, we're shooting down to the $38,000 zone. So this potentially right here, it does have the potential to come down to 38K, but we really just need to watch what's happening locally. So again, what does that mean? It means if we start to change the structure that we have right now, which is very bullish, meaning price is making higher lows, right? That's how we know we're in an uptrend, right? Price is making higher lows. That means if we come below this low, this is the first time now we're making a lower low. This is telling us it's time to look for shorts. Doesn't mean you short the bottom. It means you wait for the pullback and you look for the short on the lower high at some kind of area of resistance, right? That's called shorting on a sign of weakness, right? Just because we lose a level doesn't mean you should short, because typically, you know, we'll probably get some kind of a bounce. You know, people who short the bottom, that's what causes the short squeezes. All right, shout out to everybody in the chat. You guys are absolutely amazing. God bless you all. We've got about 1,800 people in here. All right, shout out to Tom Crown. Shout out to Dylan Waves. Shout out to Gankman. Shout out to Memory Man. Shout out to... Oh, he shorts the bottom. He likes to help people. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to Matthew. Can we check Solana? Yeah, we can check Solana. We can check Solana. Shout out to Crypto Crank. Shout out to Nathan Katar, who shouts out Tom Crown. Shout out to Tom Crown. God bless you, Tom Crown, man. You're the man. Tom Crown, did you sleep at all last night? I slept well. Shout out to Splashfire Films. Shout out to Floyd X Mass. Shout out to Dono Crypto. Bro, Dono Crypto, I'm trying to hit you up, bro. I know you're not on Twitter, which makes it difficult. Shout out to Yermiyahu H. in the chat. Let's see if we have any super chats in here. God bless you all in Jesus' name, even if you're not religious. I just pray everybody watching the stream is blessed. Shout out to Carsign Arax. He's been killing it this week, and he's learning a lot. Well, praise God. That is absolutely amazing, and I'm glad to hear that. Alrighty. Alright, shout out to Dylan Waves. He says, drop a like if you appreciate Jay's streams. Shout out to Sam Bankman Fried. Yeah. Shout out to Sam Bankman Fried. Shout out to Captain Kirk, Mafia Mama. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. Shout out to Frankie Candles. Shout out to Tom Crown. Shout out to Sam Price, Crypto Lifer. Shout out to all my fellow TA YouTube streamers. Shout out to CryptoFace, Market Cypher. Shout out to Nick Cypher. Shout out to Flopping Groper. Making moves on the YouTube scene. Shout out to Trader Geo. Shout out to Evan Aldo. I'm sure I'm forgetting some of my fellow TA streamers. Shout out to Crypto Poyo. Shout out to the Dusty Hunt. Shout out to Yermiyahu H. Bang, 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 baby. Alright, so some people think the dump is coming. Okay, so look, we've talked about what to look for in case of more dump. Shout out to Lev. He says, Yeshua, King of Kings. Amen. Yeshua, Jesus, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the God who created everything. Shout out to Wen Foot. Shout out to Rendell. Shout out to Miguel. Shout out to the Most High. Shout out to Fit Genius 618. Shout out to OG Blockchain for the super chat. Will the amount of money dumped into the market hold the price of Bitcoin? I'm not sure I understand the question. You mean everyone who's buying the Bitcoin because of the ETF, will that hold the price? I don't know. I cannot answer that question, but I would say this. It does not necessarily matter because as we look at the chart, the only thing that really matters to us right now, man, is like the market structure, okay? That is the only thing that matters right now is the market structure. So for me, if Bitcoin can hold this box, which we're currently in right now and getting a bounce from, if Bitcoin can hold this box here, then I would say a new high is likely, right? Likely and probable because we are maintaining the bullish structure right here, and a new high is likely, okay? If we start to lose the box, that becomes a little bit more ambiguous, but until we lose this low at $44,000, I say more upside is definitely still possible here, okay? How much more upside? I don't know. I'll tell you this. The next short trade that I would look for on Bitcoin is the following. All right? Again, guys, if you're joining the stream, I am not bearish on Bitcoin. I'm very bullish. But she's not going to go straight up. She's going to come up and down. And if we can capitalize on the movements, we can make more Bitcoin in the long term, right? So I don't hope Bitcoin goes down, but if it does, I want to be prepared for it so I can get more Bitcoin. So the next potential trade short that I would be looking for is the following. Now, we have to remember that this high, we have come up to the Fibonacci golden pocket retest, but we have not actually come to fill the value area of the bull market range at 50,000. 50K is just so important, okay? 50K is just so important. So we're in the golden pocket, but we're not at 50K. We're seeing the bearish divergences form on Market Cypher, okay? So if we put in another high, we really do need to be prepared for something like this. you know, where like we start to range here a little bit, and then we do one more big wick to the upside, and then get the move down like this, right? And throughout this time, we would be seeing the 4-hour time frame money flow continue to come out. All right, that is one more short scenario that I am going to be looking for, to be honest with you. But yeah, so far, OG blockchain, as long as we are holding this bullish market structure, there is no reason right now, based on the chart, to think that this dip is going to be any different than this dip or this dip, right? Because we are making higher lows and higher highs. And until we lose this low, there's no reason to think that this dip isn't going to be any different than, let's say, this dip, or any of these dips that have maintained higher term time frame bullish market structure. Okay, so let's take a look quickly at the order book and see what's happening here. We're gonna go, this is our 5-minute time frame. All right, so we have right now, let's see what we have going on right here. Not too much. Like, we've got some shorts opening up, we've got some longs opening up. CBD in general, we've got a few more longs actually opening up here. It's kind of flat, right? We're not really seeing longs absorbed here. Not yet. And obviously after such a big shakeout, the volume is much lower now than it was when we were printing 80 million volume candles on an increase of OI there. Overall, that candle wicked down, but it came right back up. And yeah, so right now volume is like a few million per candle here, tapering off. The last few candles have been pretty low volume, and we are heading into that time where New York does go for lunchtime as well. Okay. Bitcoin has not hit the 618 on the BLX chart. Alright, so Bitcoin is trapping the shorters. It very well may. Look, you know, shout out to James Driggers Jr. for the super chat. He says, hey brother, can we check out Ethereum Classic? Thank you and God bless. Absolutely, bro. We can check out Ethereum Classic. Let's check out Ethereum Classic. Ethereum. Oh, by the way, guys, this is the ticker for the ARK Bitcoin ETF. This is the ticker for the ARK Bitcoin ETF. So since it's open on New York Open, it has been bearish. All right, so let's just put it that way. This is the Bitcoin ETF trading. It's down 13% on the day so far. So isn't that interesting? Ain't it interesting? All right, let's check it out. ETC. Check it out on Binance. Ethereum Classic. All right, so this is a setup we were looking at for Ethereum Classic a little while ago, where basically we were saying that the box is the buy zone, and if we can be getting Ethereum Classic in the buy zone, we potentially have a 20x on our hands. We have since broken out of the buy zone. So, you know, I personally did not buy any Ethereum Classic on spot, but the last time we were doing analysis on Ethereum Classic, this is the trade idea that I gave, and looks like it is playing out nicely. So again, this thing had the potential from in the box of, you know, 800x, I'm sorry, an 800% gain, right? When we're looking at altcoins to buy in the pre-bull market, we want to look at the ones that have upward potential and very little downward potential. And we can see by looking at this chart here that Ethereum Classic has a lot of upward potential. So we have broken out now of this box. So what would be the game plan? Well, for me, obviously, even where we're at right now, we still have a lot of upside, but let's go ahead and pull this trend line here. Okay, so this is very bullish looking right now for Ethereum Classic, guys. We are breaking out of this. Obviously, we could draw this pattern in so many ways, however we want it to look, right? We could call it a wedge if we wanted to make it look more bullish. Okay, this is on log scale, by the way. This is very, very bullish. A breakout of this pattern is very bullish. This is a sign of strength. So what I would be looking for now is going to be a retest. All right, so pull our fib golden pocket from the last low to the high. Basically, a retest of the box now is going to be our Fibonacci golden pocket, where we would look then to get in once again at our box around that $23 level here. All right, so that would be the place I would look to get in Ethereum Classic if I wasn't already in, because we have broken out of this multi-year resistance. We have broken out of our buy zone box. This is a bullish candle after printing some very, very, very bullish divergences on these lower term time frames. And I do believe Ethereum Classic is a good play for the upcoming bull market. Look, I don't, you know, you have to have your own plan for getting in, right? This is a plan that I would be interested in. Basically, a retest or below is still my DCA zone for this, if I was on the sidelines. Because if Bitcoin does start to pull back, let's just say that Bitcoin does start to pull back and we start to see prices of 38 or below, rest assured, these alts are also going to pull back. So there's two ways to look at it. I was just having a conversation with somebody this morning in the New York Open live stream in the VIP Discord, like someone who bought Bitcoin above 45K. You know, if they were wondering, like, should I wait for higher to sell, or what should I do? It's like, this is the time where even if you were to buy an asset, let's say now at $30, and it dumps down 50% to $15, at the end of the bull run, you're still up 500%, at least, right? So I can't tell anybody what to do, but for me, like when I'm building altcoin portfolios, like last week when I went on my altcoin shopping spree, that was pretty fun. That was fun. You guys remember that? I should do another one of those sometime. Next time we get a big dump, I'm gonna be buying. I'm gonna go shopping. Yeah, in this video right here, 15K on altcoins, right? You wait for them until they're beat down. And so when I'm buying altcoins, I'm looking for the ones that have not yet broken out, or the ones that are just starting to break out, or the ones that have gotten a breakout and then come back down for the retest. So that's pretty much my strategy. And again, because we're heading into a bull market, we can buy the dips and be confident, and we can also not have perfect entries and still be profitable, right? So there's a lot of grace to be had on us in this time period, right? Especially though, if you want to milk the most out of these gains, you should wait for the coins that are at key support, that have gotten pullbacks, that have not broken out yet, right? Just because a coin has upward potential doesn't mean it's the best investment for you. Just because I'm bullish on a certain asset doesn't mean it's the best choice for me to buy that asset, right? We have to have a plan that works for us. We need to weigh the risks and the rewards and make sure that it makes the most sense. If we only have a certain amount of money to invest, we want to invest in things that can give us the biggest return for our money, right? So let's say, like right now, a lot of assets have already broken out, right? They've already come up to the top of their wedges and they're getting little pullbacks, right? Well, you need to ask yourself, do I want to buy the asset that's already broken out, that has a 180% potential gain, or do I want to buy the asset that hasn't broken out yet, put that same amount of money into something that has a 500, 600, 1,000% potential gain? Shout out to Darling, who says, you Bitcoin guys are not as entertaining as the NFT guys. Like the guys that invested in those monkey pictures that blinded themselves. When are you guys gonna blind yourselves? Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Yeah, you know, admittedly speaking, TA can be kind of dry and boring, but you know, we try and keep it a little fun around here, you know what I'm saying? We try and keep it a little fun. Admittedly, guys, I'm a little bit tired from yesterday's 3.5-hour live stream. And a little bit low energy today, but look, I try and keep it fun and exciting around these parts, alright? I try and keep it fun and exciting around these parts. Alright. Which coin was that? That was Ethereum Classic. Shout out to Princess Crypto. Glad I don't hold Ethereum. This will get ugly. Shout out to Moises. He says, hi you all. God bless you. God bless you, bro. Shout out to Yas Tech. Shout out to Anthony. I'm working full-time currently, buying as many alts as I can. That's honestly a pretty good plan, man, because, yeah, You could make a lot. These are the times. Shout out to Crypto Scarface. Any trade is only as good as the chart we trade. That's very, very true, my friend. That is very, very, very true. All right. Shout out to Nick Benton. And shout out to Nicholas Saruda. Shout out to Bellsprout. Am I your favorite Pokemon? No, I'm sorry. But Bellsprout is not my favorite Pokemon. What's the one that it evolves into eventually? Bellsprout and Vileplume, if I remember correctly from my childhood. Yeah, I was never a big fan of grass Pokemon, you know. I was more of a fire Pokemon kind of guy. Shout out to Woodrow. How do you enter at the top to the bottom every time? It seems unrealistic. Well, I mean, look, I do have to say this, Woodrow. Like, I have been pretty open about like these trades and these levels. Okay, I'm always planning for these types of things. So, you know, if you go back and watch my videos that I have that I've made on this channel, right? Like, we are rejecting right now from the 618. And we've been talking about it every single live stream now for weeks. And I made a video 12 days ago about my plan for a short from this level. All right. I shorted it this morning in the New York Open live stream. I told everybody I was short. I told everybody why I was shorting. I wasn't necessarily as bearish as I probably should have been, but I still had a plan for why I took the short. And it was very calculated. And yeah, these are levels that we wait for. These are setups that we give in advance in the community. Right? The long trade from the bottom, I mean, setup given in advance in the VIP Discord. So it's like I'm very selective about the major trades that I take. I have purpose, I have reason. I wait for them, I plan for them. So it looks like I always cash the bottom and the top, but here's the thing. Price will never pivot for no reason. There's always a reason. There's always a level, right? And I'm not in from the exact top, by the way. I shorted when we lost this level. I said, if we lose this level, I will enter a short. That is what I did. And because I was not feeling very bearish, actually, when we got this move up. Because the 12-minute was looking like she wanted to go more. But I had a criteria set. If we lose this green line, I'm gonna go in a short. As far as the long trade that I'm in right now as well, it's like I was waiting for these lows to get taken out. All right, like I longed this level, and the entire time I'm like, this is happening over a weekend. We can't trust this price action. There's a really good chance we come back and take these lows. Well, we came back, we took the lows. So when that happened, I was waiting for that to happen. So it was easy for me to take the long trade. It's like I was waiting for that scenario. So that's why it's so important to come up with these hypotheticals. Because, you know, people who are new, they come and they watch my channel and they're like, you don't predict anything. You just give a whole bunch of what ifs. Yeah, that's true. That's literally what I do. Like trading, you have to think about the what ifs and then make a plan for it. What if this happens? How am I gonna deal with that? How am I gonna profit? What if Bitcoin dumps down to 30K within the next month? How would I deal with that? I have a plan for it. What if Bitcoin goes up to 50K, 54K, 57K? I have a plan for it, you know? So it's so important to do that because then you can be prepared for those major pivots, right? And when we zoom out on this chart, okay, I mean, if somebody just saw this, they would say, of course, this is like, if this was the 5-minute time frame, we would say we should be looking for a short between the 618 and the 786, right? Right. Remember at the very beginning of the stream, I was talking about how to trade a sideways range on a low time frame, right? You mark the high. You mark out the first high right here, right? You mark out the first low, which happened right here. And then you have your fib pulls, right? So you have your fib pulls from the first low to the first high. and then you have your fib pull from the first high to the first low, right? So you always look for a trade at that first high for a liquidity grab. We got that actually at the top of the bull market, and then you look for a bounce from the area between the golden pocket and the 786, and that's exactly where we got the major bounce from, even though the bear market had begun. And then we look for a liquidity grab of this low, and honestly, I got wrecked trading that because I did think that we were going to bounce, and so I did long this, and I thought it was going to be a nice move, and I got wrecked. But that is the place to look for the trade. And then once we come back inside of this range, we're pulling our fib from high to low, and we look for the trade here. So it doesn't matter what time frame we're trading, the same exact rules apply. So, you know, this is a macro level. This is the level that we came to in the last bear market rally, the Fibonacci 618 to the dollar. Bam. So yeah, I mean, you know, this is one of those levels where, for me, it's worth the short. Now, is this the top? I don't know. And honestly, so far we're holding bullish market structure, and so far nothing about this looks weak at all. When we're down here on the 10-minute, the 12-minute, the 5-minute, nothing about this looks weak at all. I haven't closed out my longs yet. I have not closed out my long from. I've only taken profits on it, but I have not closed my long from this low either, right? Because so far things look strong, right? BitBoy is funny. I am a little worried about that guy, honestly. I hope he's all right. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. Shout out to Blue Green 83. Cup and handle formation. Could be. This could be a cup and handle. I don't know. You're talking about this right here? It absolutely could be. Right? The bell sprout pattern. Could be. I don't know. You got to ask Sam Price about that one. Shout out to Splashfire Films. Got to get a tablespoon of honey and some squats in. Oh, nice, man. That's what's up. Yeah, I love a tablespoon of honey and some squats. Shout out to Sudeep holding it down with the wrench as a mod. You guys better watch out. Shout out to Jaw Feel, man. You've been here for a while, bro. I took the short this morning on Bitcoin and got stopped out. How did you stay in? Well, I went through my process, but basically I didn't short the 618 until we lost the 618. I didn't preset that. I marketed in that when we lost it, so I did not get short out, and I did not move my stop loss to the entry, and I did not take a profit one until we came down to, I think, like 46.5. I don't know. I hit that TP1 at about like a 3.8, almost a 4% move. Yeah, look, I did not lock in my profits on this one. I did not move the stop loss to the entry on this one because, look, I'm long. I'm in multiple long positions. So we're at macro resistance. I'm going to let this trade ride a little bit here, you know, give it some breathing room. Shout out to everybody in the chat. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here. All right. Shout out to French Toaster. Shout out to Melchizedek Lockwood. MEXC being sneaky with the fluctuations in the trading fees. Well, look, they've had very low fees for a very, very long time, right? It's only a matter of time before they get those fees back. And, you know, they're still pretty good, honestly. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, they had very low fees for a very long time. Like, we can't, that's unsustainable long term. Shout out to Aaron G. Holding it down with the wrench. Yeah, bro. I remember you, man. I remember all my OG subscribers. Shout out to Roggy. Yeah, we have the weekly green dot. That is true. Like this morning when I was looking at the charts, I was feeling bullish. I was expecting another high. We made another high into the golden pocket. But yeah, weekly does look bullish. Here's the thing. This green dot on the weekly is not yet confirmed. Okay, so the weekly is definitely more toppy than bottomy here, but it does look bullish. The daily definitely has more room for the upside here. It really depends on what happens with this local structure. Okay, if we lose 44K, that becomes pretty dang bearish. Right, we've got the golden pocket right there. Right, we lose this, probability of downside much lower. We can't even lose these lows here, then that's super bullish, right? That's super dang bullish. Let's see what's happening on the order book right now. That's not the real VWAP. All right, so we are seeing some longs. Some longs come in, mostly just shorts closing out. Shorts are like, all right, we're not going down more. I'm getting out. And you know what? Good and fair enough. You know, I've taken profits here. Maybe I should take a little bit more profit here. Should I take more profit here? Shove a 1 in the chat, guys. If I should take more profits right here. Or if I should let it ride. My next TP is at 45,627. We're $1,000 above my TP. Drop a 1 in the chat if I should take that TP now, guys. Are you feeling bullish? If you're feeling bullish, let's take some P. Who's going to tell me I'm on the wrong screen? Guys, we don't need to be on the right screen. We don't need to be on the right screen. All right? We don't need to be on the right screen. We're just talking about it. We're just talking about the situation. Do I ever look at the... Of course, JRandom. Not only do I look at those markets, but I do trade the ES as well. So yeah, I do look at those. People say 111. You should take some profit. Bellsprout says take some profits. Gary says nah. Preparing for war. Wrong screen. Shout out to Brandon N. He says take some dang profits. 100x leverage. All right, people say take some profits. 2, don't take any profits. Aaron G, he says hold it, Jay. It's a nice hedge. I appreciate you, Aaron G. The words of logic and reason. Take the money. Take it, brother. Profit is profit. I mean, look, I already made 10K today. I made like 7K yesterday. I do have a nice hedge. How do you short crypto? Well, I'm doing it on MEXC. I'm doing it on ZoomX. Links in the description. Pinned comment. You don't need a KYC to do that. Bullish divs on the 5-minute. All right, let's check out the 5-minute, guys. That's not a bullish div on the 5-minute, y'all. That is a convergence. Don't be conned by a convergence, guys. We need a divergence. All right? The reason why it's called a divergence is because the shorts will die when the momentum waves are getting higher and the price is getting lower. But the reason why you will be conned by a convergence is because the price is getting higher and the momentum wave getting higher too. It's not a real divergence. It's a convergence. Don't be conned by the convergence, all right? Don't be conned by the convergence. All right, a lot of people want me to take the profit. Shout out to the crypto killers. Do I remember you? The crypto killers, like, your name sounds super familiar, but I'm pretty sure you have a different picture this time. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. What's the highest leverage trade I've ever taken? I've taken 100x leverage trades. And oftentimes they're just kind of joke trades, but... Look, here's the thing. Here's the thing about leverage, right? Leverage, it doesn't even matter what the leverage is, honestly. All that matters is, can you enter the right position size with the right stop loss? That's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you're on 1x, 10x, 200x. Obviously, it becomes much, much harder to enter the right position size with the right stop loss. If you're at 200x, it's essentially impossible, but yeah, leverage doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. You're not risking more money because you're using more leverage. Everybody who talks about leverage, they like confuse people. They're like, you can make more profits, but you can also make more losses. If you're using leverage to multiply the amount of profits and losses that you're making on your account, you're doing it wrong, okay? If you have $100 and you're using 10x leverage to trade with $1,000, you're doing it wrong, okay? That's called gambling, and that's called you will get wiped out in one bad trade, all right? That's not the purpose of leverage. People teach about it wrong. I think most people don't actually trade when they teach about it. I think most people who teach about it don't trade, okay? Leverage is basically the way you should be using leverage. The way I use leverage is you use it so that you can have less money in your account than you actually have, so you can keep some off exchange, and you are using it in accordance with good risk management. So if you have $1,000 in your account, you should only be risking 1% of that per trade, right? 1%. So what does that mean? Let's say we have this potential trade set up here, a 1% stop loss and a 4% take profit. We're potentially going to be making 4 times more money than we're risking, all right? So we have $1,000, we have a 1% stop loss. That means we put $1,000 on the trade, because if $1,000 goes against us by 1%, we lose $10, all right? Now we have $1,000 in our account, so we could use 1x leverage to take this trade with a $1,000 position size, and if our take profit gets hit, we make $40, and if our stop loss gets hit, we lose $10. All right. Now take this same exact trade. All right, right here. This time we're using 70x leverage. 70x, 70x leverage. All right. Guess what? We put $1,000 on the trade. $1,000 on the trade. No different than the 1x. No different amount of money than the 1x. We put $1,000 on the trade. Our stop loss is at 1%. If the 70x leverage trade gets stopped out, guess what? We lose $10. If it hits our take profit, guess what? We make $40. Leverage does not matter. If you need to have a stop loss more than 1%, you cannot use high leverage because you will get liquidated before your stop loss gets hit. If you have a stop loss less than 1%, you need to use higher leverage, because let's say we have a stop loss of 0.5%. Well, now if we're risking 10% and we have a $1,000 account, but our trade gets stopped out at 0.5% move to the downside, we can put double the amount of money we have on our trade. Now we can put $2,000 on the trade. If we get stopped out, we still lose $10. But in this instance, if we hit a take profit, we're now making $80 instead of $40, because we're able to put $2,000 on a trade while still risking our 1% of $10. Leverage is not this like thing. People think it's like gambling. People are like, I hear people talk about it, they're like, oh, you use leverage? That's so risky. It's not. It's only risky if you do it wrong. And doing it wrong is thinking to yourself, I have $1,000, therefore I'm going to put $10,000 on every trade, without thinking about the setup, without thinking about the stop loss, without calculating your position size. Every single trade you take, you need to have your stop loss predetermined. Your position size needs to be calculated based upon your stop loss. All right, so whatever position size you put on that trade, you need to make sure that your stop loss is already calculated, because if you have $1,000 and you know you need a 2% stop loss, you know I can only put $500 on the trade, because if it goes against me 2%, with $500 on the trade, I will lose $10, 1%. Right? So your position size is based upon your stop loss. If you don't know where your exit is before you take the trade, you're not trading, you're gambling. Right? If you have to wonder, if you're in a loss and you wonder, should I close the trade? You've already made the mistake of not calculating your position size based on your pre-planned exit point if it goes against you. And also you need to have a pre-planned take profit if it goes for you. Otherwise you'll hold the winner into a loser. We've all done that in the beginning. But leverage is simply a tool that you can use for multiple reasons. I use it for multiple reasons. You can see here, this is a 100x leverage long. I did this as a joke. I didn't even enter the trade 100x. But once you're in a trade, once you're in a winning trade, and your stop loss is in profit, it does not matter what the leverage is, because there's zero risk. of any loss, even at 100x leverage, if you're already in profit and your stop loss is in profit. There's zero risk, right? And I do this for the fancy P&L shot, right? That's why I do the 100x, so it looks epic on the for the Twitter, 1,000%. You know, so that's the only reason you crank up the leverage after you're in the trade already. But you know, I use leverage for psychological reasons. I use leverage because I don't keep all my money on the exchange, right? Exchanges could go down at any time. If I have a $250,000 trading account, do I want to put $250,000 in some random exchange that doesn't even ask for your name? Of course not. I want to keep that in cold storage, you know? All right, Bellsprout says bounce is imminent. We got some people up in the chat. Shout out to you people in the chat. We are forming right now some kind of a pattern here. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Something like this. Is it a bear pennant? Is it a bull pennant? It's definitely a symmetrical triangle. And let's see what we got going on. Decrease of OI, shorts closing out, longs kind of flat here. Let's check out market cipher on the 1 hour. Ooh, look at the 24-minute VWAP starting to curve, looking actually kind of nice. Let's check out our 3 hour. Red dot not even printing on the 3 hour. VWAP looks mysterious. 2 hour, if this 2 hour dot confirms in 40 minutes, I think more downside. 6 minute. We are printing some kind of like pig nipples right here. I've got the pig nipples. Pig nipples does typically mean we're going to get a move to the upside. All right, let's check out the pig nipples. Pig nipples. Let's go to images. Where's our good pig nipples? Here they are. Look at that. We're getting the pig nips on market cipher B. All right. In a triangle, so this thing might break out. Okay, we might get our first retest here. It's about that time of the day after New York gets back from lunch that we get another move. So we had our first move of the day, about a 7% drop. So yeah, let's see. Next resistance right now is going to be basically coming back up to this area. Let's actually check out a TPO chart and let's see, did we get any single prints or anything on the way down there? No. No. We did have a selling tail. Most of the volume is above us right now. Most of the oh wait, hang on, I'm sorry, that's the time POC. Most of the volume is still above us. Yeah, so right now our local resistance is the daily point of control. Right here, the highest volume node at about 46,250. So let's see. We do have a nice buying tail down here. Interestingly enough, from earlier this morning, and yeah, look at that. We like came down right to the top of that buying tail. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. TA doesn't get better than pig nipples, I know, right? Shout out to Shogun Crypto. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. Pig nips are great, but not as good as chickens drinking water. That is so true. Chickens drinking water, that's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. All right, let me pop into the chat and see if we have any super chats up in here. We don't. And I'm not expecting super chats. But I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody because I missed some people yesterday, guys, because my stream software is not showing me the super chats. And it's very frustrating because I don't want to miss anybody. Anybody who donates to the channel, I appreciate you so much. You have no idea. I'm humbled. I can't even believe that somebody would even send me a super chat, honestly. Let's go to the 4 minute. 4 minute money flow starting to come up here. You know, if we go for these lows, taking this low actually might be a nice potential long setup, honestly. Taking that low, a breakdown of this triangle. Let's see. check it out. A breakdown of this triangle right into this area here could be a nice potential long. Let's put on real quick, let's put on an indicator here. What happened to it? Hang on. That's not the one I want. That's the one I want. Alright. Trying to see if we have any kind of order blocks around here that haven't been mitigated. No, we don't. Okay, we do have a nice 5-minute order block to the upside right in this zone here. Is that the 382 fib as well? Yeah, it's right on the 382 fib as well. All right, let's go to the 1 hour. Man, honestly, guys, the 43.9 zone that we were looking at yesterday when Tom Crown was on the stream, that still looks nice to me, honestly. Like, if we take these lows, I will be extremely tempted to long this. I probably will long this, let's be honest. Let's be honest, I'll probably long it, alright? Alright. Pig nips, are the pig nips loyal? Are they filled with oil? What was that guy's name? Oh man, you guys remember that fitness YouTuber, Louis Marco? You guys remember Louis Marco? And you guys into fitness YouTubes going back to like 2012-ish? Shout out to your average crypto bro. Bro, shout out to you, your average crypto bro. Do I really never shout you out? I'm so sorry. Well, God bless you, man. All right. Shout out to French Toaster. Shout out to Solidus, who started last month. Shout out to Psycho Trading. Major Spider Line at 45K. Okay, so we're starting to get the breakdown. The breakdown. Okay, so let's see if our TP gets hit, baby. Come on, TP. Come on, TP. We're going for another little TP. We're 16K in the Verde. Locked in 3,500. So far on the day, we're up about 10K. 10K on the day keeps the job away for at least 2 months in my household. About that, honestly. Come on, Bitcoin. Just a little bit lower. Just a little bit lower. Oh, she's not gonna do it, is she? She's not gonna do it, is she? She's not gonna do it, is she? Well, dang. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on. Come on. You could do it. Is she gonna do it? Come on. There we go. Bam, baby. Take profit hit. We are up 1350 for the day. All right. All right, so we just took out that low. All right, so look, the reason why we got a little bounce there is because we got a little bit of a liquidity grab right from that zone. Actually, the divs are looking a little bit bullish there. On the 1 minute at least. Let's check out our 6 minute. Yeah, we could get a little move up from here, guys. We could get a little bit of a move up from here. Let's check out our our charts again. All right. So guys, remember, we were waiting for that that move into the box for a potential little of a bounce-a-roni and queso. All right, we weren't trusting the convergences. Remember, we were looking at the 5 minute. Someone's like, we have a 5 minute divergence, but it was a convergence. We want to wait for price to make the lower low. Everybody who's getting bullish in this triangle, we want to stop them all out first. All right, we want to stop them all out first. That's what we want to do. Stop them out. That's what we want to do. And then we can get a move. Now we are back testing right now the triangle. All right, if we can come back into the triangle, more upside possible. If we cannot, then this is a back test of resistance, right? Look at that. And they say TA don't work. And they say that TA don't work, baby. Let's go. Right. Shout out to In the Gray. God bless you, bro. God bless you, man. Louis Marco. Yeah, the bubble gut guy. Barry the Rave, man. I like Louis Marco, man. I really liked him a lot. I'm sure a lot of us did, you know? Team 2 testicles, baby. All right. The 1 hour doesn't look great. Yeah, a lot of these higher time frames don't look great, guys. So even the 6 minute looks like garbage with the money flow. I do think we can come lower here, but if we're going to get a little bit of a retracement, this is the area that it's going to be from, okay? Yeah, we just tapped into a naked daily point of control as well from yesterday, guys. So that triangle is also a naked daily point of control at 45,585. All right. But still below us, we have the 786, the 786. So let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. You know, we do have this mini range here. So yeah, we're looking up to 46.50 is next local resistance, and then also the 46.3 is also local resistance. Now let's pull it from the high to the low. Yeah, definitely that high volume node of the Ron J. Around 46.50, 46.60. That's going to be our zone to be wanting to look for a local resistance. All right, we just hit into that POC, baby. We just hit into that POC. So look, we're starting to get a little of a rejection from that as well. Alrighty. Would you look at that, guys? Look at that. That's crazy. That is wild. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? How that works? See, that's why we don't want to fall for the convergences. We got to wait for the divergences. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, that's what we got to wait for, man. What's the stop loss? I mean, if you're long here, you got to do what you want to do. How much do you have to pay to see Market Cipher B? I think it's like $1,500. What am I walking on? A treadmill, my friend. I'm walking on a treadmill. Do I still think it will drop to 40K? It could, you know. It could. Let's see. Shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. Man, would you look at this? Would you look at this? Hit a TP, man. On that juicy short. I'm gonna let the rest ride. I've got $250,000 right now, 243K on a short trade on Bitcoin. We have locked in $6,272. The long trade has locked in for the day $7,000, but for the overall Bitcoin trade that I've been in, not including today, we have locked in about half a Bitcoin on the trade. All right, so this short setup, we've been looking for it for a long time. This morning in the Casper Crew VIP live stream, I told everybody I am opening a short. I gave my reasoning as to why. Now here we are in the short trade. Now guys, we have just taken out, actually we haven't done that on the inverse perpetual pair. I'm sorry, we haven't done this on the linear pair. Only on the inverse pair have we taken out that low. All right, we took out that low, right? We were looking at this triangle pattern forming here, right? We were waiting for the low to be taken out on this triangle with bullish divergences. That's actually what we're currently getting right now. Let's see what happens. Money flow looks weak, so I would expect more downside, but let's see. Let's see what happens here. The 12-minute could give us a nice... Actually, 12-minute money flow does look bullish, okay? 12-minute money flow does look bullish. All right, so yeah, look, we could get a little bounce from the zone here. We could get a little bounce running in queso from this zone. How can you join the Casper Crew? You can go to jasoncaspertrading.com to join the community. And if you join the community, make sure that you go through the beginner section, all right? Because it's not a signals group, although we give you our setups and you will learn a lot. And sometimes we actually do give signals in a sense we're telling you when we're in trades. If you are just there to have people tell you what to do, you are going to get wrecked. All right, you need to learn, because when you watch us do our analysis, when you watch us trade, you might not even understand what we're talking about. So we have in the Discord an entire beginner zone. All right, an entire beginner zone which goes over everything you need to know. All right, we got videos in here, we've got assessments, and then we've got our instructors in here doing the live streams every single day. Myself giving the setups, giving the levels, giving the trades. Boyan as well doing the same dang thing, giving the setups, doing the live streams, taking the trades. White Phoenix doing the same dang thing, giving the setups, giving the trades, all this kind of stuff. All right, and we have a thriving community where we have a lot of fun and do a whole bunch of TA, right? Actually, I do think we have literally the most thriving community out there, honestly. The amount of activity here, the amount of good traders in here, it's a great community, all right? Alrighty. Watch Biddy take the highs. I know, right? Robert Ortiz, Biddy would do that, wouldn't she? She would absolutely do that. Absolutely, 100%. All right. All right, let's see what she does now, guys. So she's potentially getting a bounce from this area. You know, still long and strong from lower, guys. Still got $14,000 unrealized in the long trade. All right, shout out to Remy, best community I've ever been in. Shout out to Revy. I confirm the VIP Discord is awesome. Shout out to Boyan. Yeah, Boyan, an amazing trader. An old man in China. One of the best traders out there. 46,669 is the upside target. It looks bullish. Yeah, I could see a bullish case here. Look, market structure is definitely bullish, and we have come down to the first major zone of support here. So, yeah, I could totally see a move up from here. At the same time, I could also see a move back down, right? So let's see. So far, the bounce is not very strong. Let's take a quick look at the market cipher. Let's do a top-down kind of analysis, you know. But yeah, definitely, look, we were waiting for that level to be taken. It's taken. Now we're getting a little bit of a bounce. I did take a scalp from that. So let's see how it goes. All right, I want to take a look at market cipher. We'll do some top-down analysis. So the 12-minute, when I say top-down, I mean 12-minute actually does look like she could give a green dot, and 12-minute money flow looks bullish as heck. So one of the reasons why, you know, this morning when I took the short trade, I said, look, I'm not very confident in this short trade because the 12-minute time frame did not look how I wanted it to look. I took this short trade because it was a macro area of resistance, very important level, and because we reclaimed it and we lost it. And so I just saw the rejection from it. I'm like, I am long. I am going to be in a short trade here to protect against my potential longs losing money, right? Of course, that turned out to be a lucrative decision, but it may not have been. And now the money flow on the 12 is still getting thick. So watch us go for the highs. Can you imagine now if we go for the highs, guys? Okay, that would be insane. That would be insane. And we would be holding up on this bullish market structure here. Okay, so this long zone here gave us a dead cat bounce. We have come down to now the second zone that this exact level was given this morning also in the Casper crew. We are printing a green dot. In the Casper crew, I give you my charts every single day as well. You can even import them into your own trading view when I do my fresh analysis. All right, let's see how this plays out, guys. Let's see how this plays out. 12-minute green dot. How's the 6-minute? 6-minute has a nice div here. There's one of two things that's going to happen. Either this money flow is going to act as support, and this money flow comes higher, or we're going to lose the money flow. Let's keep our eyes on the 6-minute money flow here. If we start to see a change of structure, a move up, and then a move back down, I will actually add to the long trade that I just took from that low. All right, so if we start to see a sign of strength locally, I'm going to go for adding more to a long from like a retest of 46.50, right? This was our support resistance flip right here. In my opinion, TP1 for a scalp trade. And now if we start to take these highs locally again, now we could say, all right, we're changing market structure on the very low time frames. This is a sign of strength. We put in a higher high, then we look for that higher low to get that inverted head and shoulders pattern. And bam, maybe we do go for the highs. You know how Bitcoin loves to do that. All right, am I getting too bullish too soon? Is it too bullish too soon? Is it getting hot in here, or is it me, guys? Is it getting hot in here, or is it me? Whew, whew. I'm just too bullish. Yeah, Shogun Crypto says we have an untapped level. All right. A Discord link, it's in the description. It's also in the pinned comment in the chat here. Wall Street cannot report a loss for the first day of ETF. Alrighty. Man, I'm so glad I waited to hit my take profit, guys. We knew not to be conned by the convergence. And once that divergence happens, the shorts die. Alright? But those convergences, you know. Shout out to Patrick Pekela. His angry grandma is bullish too. Nice. Nice. I feel the heat. I feel this bullish heat. Yeah, I feel this bullish heat, man. Wow, this is crazy. Sheesh, man. What a day. What a past few days, honestly. This is... Oh, my goodness. Wow, we are pumping now, guys. So, look, I took a scalp from that low. I hit a TP1 on it. And honestly, my plan right now is to potentially wait for a sign of strength and then maybe compound that. compound that back in and do something like this. Let's see. VWAP is going to be so dang key today. I might just FOMO in on a reclaim of VWAP, honestly. We'll have to wait and see, right? If we do what we did yesterday and we come up here and we start to get like bullish Stevie D below VWAP and then a reclaim of VWAP, I might just FOMO in right here, baby. We're going for the highs. Come on, Bitcoin. The music is even helping us get bullish now. Saxophone, freeform jazz. Alrighty. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. My wife made a sticker of my son, like a cutout of his body, like perfectly cropped out. Could be like for a YouTube thumbnail. All right. Alright, it's a little too soon to get so bullish here, guys, but look, we came to support, we have some divergences. If this money flow is going to be support here, we're going up, alright? Bitcoin dumped, at least it tried. Hitting to support, now we're gonna fly. Price is going up, price is going down. Bitcoin's pumping, I'm not gonna frown. Everybody thinks that I'm getting too bullish. Bitcoin's gonna finish and it's not in the schoolish. Here we go, rapping on the web. Got the black bumping in my head. Yo, how come I'm not purple and blue? Got the red and green. So what I'm gonna do, gotta go to the chart, gotta go to the settings, gotta change the colors so everything's better. Here we go, green to blue, walking on the treadmill, got some new shoes. Gotta make the red a purple, charting like a nerd, man, they call me Steve Urkel. Here we go, Bitcoin going high, got the blue candles, now we're gonna fly. Did not fall for the old convergence, short's gonna die when we got the divergence. Came down to the naked POC, doing it every day with me and me. Now we're gonna see Bitcoin's got it, what's it gonna be? We gonna dump, no we gonna pump. Bitcoin flying, we're not in the slump. And it's Jay Casper, we're chilling in the house. And we're trading over here on the Bitcoin bounce. And oh snap, let me take a peek. Markets up for me, got the uneven cheeks. We got the big on the left side, nice and juicy. Got the skinny on the right side to round out the booty. And I don't know if y'all could even spot it. We just gotta bounce right from the golden pocket. Got the blue candles coming really high. Bitcoin price gonna fly, man, straight up to the sky. Been streaming for 2 whole days. Got these empty soda cans and labels. Here we go, got the grapefruit flavor. Doing it every day, or maybe later. Alright. Shout out to Mr. Bobby Fresh. God bless you, bro. Thank you so much for checking out the channel, man. Make sure to subscribe because we're well on our way to 200,000 subscribers. And I kind of say that jokingly. All right. Yeah. Man, this beat is fire, huh? All right, people still think 50K tonight. It could very well be. It could very well be. It could very well be. Remember, guys, so basically, like, what I'm looking to do right now is if we take out this high, I would like to get in on a retest. If we don't get a chance to get a retest, I will be looking to kind of FOMO upon a reclaim of VWAP. Not really FOMO, but look for an entry. All right. I kind of dig this beat right here. You guys dig this beat? I dig it. I dig it. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa, hang on one second, guys. My, yeah. Traded Bitcoin, fired off a fresh new bong. Now we're chilling here singing this nice new song. Here we go, Bitcoin going really high. About to pump a blue candle in the sky, cause we came up to the 618. Popped into a short early, not late. And now we're gonna go back and we're gonna take the high. Next thing you know, price is gonna fly. Got the ETF on spot. The news came out, then the price, it popped. It dumped back down, man, we started to frown. But now we're holding support all around the town. Bitcoin is about to go back up. Drinking my coffee fresh out of the cup. Doing it every day, price will now go up. Here we go, we are just not going to stop up. Here we go, trading every day. Down at the charts when I'm trying to get paid. Got the profit clock in, that's how I begin. Doing it every day when I'm eating my din. Did he say din instead of dinner? Absolutely, winner, chicken dinner. Got the profits locked every day in my clock when I'm chilling outside. Got it on lock, taters in the garden, doing it every day and it's starting to get hardened. Outside when I'm digging in the dirt, don't short Bitcoin, you might get hurt. Cause we're coming right down to a changing the beat. Back to our freeform jazz. Alright. Alrighty. So basically my plan here, guys, a move up, take the highs, move down, add back in to this little long that we got going on here. Alright, took a QP 350. Alrighty, 50 Cent is jealous. Shout out to 50 Cent. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. You guys are absolutely amazing. I love all of you. Okay. What kind of treadmill is this? This is an LSR Z Sport treadmill from Amazon. Let me see if I can find it for you. Wow, the price went up on it. I paid like $200 for it. Now it's $369. You know, they must know that, you know, Jason Casper's shilling the treadmill. This is the one I use here, okay? You know, when I'm on it too, I envision that I am this guy. You know? I make that face too. And this guy too. Look at how happy he is to be on it. Yeah, it's the one I got, guys. Look. It holds your phone. It has a remote control. All right. And yeah, I actually have, it was $200 when I got it. Now it's more, okay? They probably know that Jay Casper is trying to, you know, is showing it that they have a, what is it called? What is it called? I don't know. Alrighty. FOMO into a treadmill, y'all. Look, the treadmill is a game changer, alright? Shout out to my super chatters in the house. Shout out to In the Gray. God bless you, In the Gray. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to AED. Do you think we will get altcoin season after Bitcoin cools down? It's very possible. If Bitcoin doesn't dump and we just range here for a bit, absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to Polox. 10K a day keeps the job away for just a day. Man, if you need $10,000 a day to live, you got to restructure your life. No offense. No offense. Oh man, we pumping now. We pumping now, baby. We pumping now. All right, let's see if this swing long trade can get back in the action, guys. Okay, we took some profits at the high. Getting in another little scalp trade. Let's see how this goes. Shout out to EGM. Shout out to Brent. Shout out to everybody who liked the stream. That's amazing. Look, guys, look. I'm telling you, a treadmill will change your life. I don't know if it does 7.6. The way I use it down here, without the handles, it only goes 3.8. A treadmill will change your life, guys. You want to be lean. You want to be shredded. You want to be strong. You want to eat whatever you want. And still be, like, jacked with abs. You want to be jacked with abs and eat whatever you want. No more starving yourself. No more cutting. Counting your dang carbs. I eat 600 carbs a day, baby. Going strong on 600K a day. 600 carbs, all right? Get a walking treadmill. It will change your life. Sitting is kind of like an illness. It's the new smoking, they say. That's all the cool people say. Joe Rogan, Andrew Huberman, all the hip cultural podcasters, all right? Forming the world views of people my age, all right? They all say sitting's a new disease, and if some guy on the internet says it, it must be true, especially if he's looked at the science. It's definitely true. And look, walking is what we're supposed to do every day. And man, I feel great. I have energy. I feel amazing. Here we go, baby. We're about to take that high, man. All right, let's see how this goes. This is a key level. Once we change market structure here, well, we just took it, at least on MEXC. All right, so now I will be looking for adding to this trade, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Send it back to 47.7, says Aaron G. Where is 47.7? Let's pull our fib. Nah, I'm not going to show anybody where my stop losses are at, all right? I'm sorry. I've done that before by accident. I don't trust y'all. Some of y'all out there, probably real whales. Yep, the golden pocket, baby. Right to the 6 Juanita. Where is our VWAP today? Let's get back to Trading View. Look at that, guys. Man. Don't be conned by those convergences. If you know what I'm saying. Where's VWAP? Hang on. Ooh, wow. So VWAP is at the 382, man. VWAP at the 382. All right, let's start to pull a fib now. We're going to keep our eyes on the fib. Eyes on the fib. Jay, are you reading comment in both side? What do you mean? Both screens? Look, there's only one comment section, man. Ooh, just in. We got some juicy news, baby. Vanguard, the world's second largest asset manager behind BlackRock, has banned all customers from buying into the new hashtag Bitcoin spot ETFs. I need to switch to live chat, not top chat. I don't know. I just have what my stream software says for most of these, all right? Let's see. I've got fan funding. Shout out to everybody for the super chats. Live chat. All right. Guys, we've had so much news today. All right. I don't know if you guys knew this news, but I saw this on Twitter. Let's see here. Yeah, this one right here. Gary Gensler is pregnant. Just in. SEC chair Gary Gensler is pregnant. Did you guys know? Man, shout out to Harry Mack, all right? He did a live stream last night. Probably one of the best, if not the best, freestyle rapper in the world, honestly. This dude is crazy, insane. For hours, he just freestyles over whatever people chat, all right? I got him to spit a verse about the Bitcoin ETF. And I got him to spit a verse about Jason getting rejected by 6 Juanita. It was awesome. It was awesome. Guys, make sure to follow me on Twitter, by the way. Because I'm supposed to say that, because I'm like, what do they call me? Am I considered an influencer? Am I considered an influencer? I don't know. But if you're trying to do a social media business, you gotta say, follow me on Twitter, subscribe to this, subscribe to that. You know, it's a battle for your dopamine, guys. It's a battle for your dopamine. If my thumbnails are more sensational. Shout out to Leon T. Thank you so much for the super chat, Leon T. God bless you. God bless you. All right, look, we put in a higher high. Let's keep our eyes on the chart. Because this is now going to be a place where potentially we look for an addition to a long trade. Oh yeah, baby. This is what I'm talking about. Now this is our new support. This is our new support right here, this green box. For sure, I'm an influencer, they say. This other guy says, nah, nope, not yet. Not an influencer yet. Shout out to Illegal. You just found fake Jason in Twitter. Yeah, Harry Mack, man. I love Harry Mack, man. Sometimes I just listen to him for hours. Because, you know, I do really like hip-hop music, even though I'm super white. I'm sure a lot of super white guys like hip-hop, you know? Most of the guys I know who like hip-hop are also super white. What a coincidence. I like metal, too. I like all kinds of music. I love bluegrass. Bluegrass, I love. When I first moved out to the homestead, riding on my tractor for the first time, man, I was blasting bluegrass music like a real hillbilly out there. I even bought myself a pair of suspenders and a pair of overalls just so I could feel more country, all right? Blasting the bluegrass, wearing my suspenders. But then I quickly went back to skinny jeans because they don't chafe, man. That's the only thing I can say. Skinny jeans don't chafe, all right? But look, I love myself some bluegrass, man. I wish we could listen to bluegrass now, but I'll get a copyright strike. So it has to be a very special stream for me to get a copyright strike. All right. Shout out to Shogun. He says, my wife is the best influencer in the world. She gets me every day. Shout out to Pablo. You are also a musician. That's legit. Rick. Brother Rick. For sick. Oh, Jesus-based hip-hop. I'll have to check it out, man. I'll have to check it out. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Man. Let's see what this Bitcoin price action is going to do. I don't know about you, but I do want to see what this price action is going to do. Shout out to my wife, by the way. Big Butts 28. I love you, BB. She puts up with me and my craziness. Kanye West or Drake. Look, honestly, I don't listen to either. I'll be honest with you, Woo. I don't listen to either. But if I had to choose, I would say Drake. If someone put a gun to my head and said you have to choose between one of these two, I would choose Drake, alright? Look, I think they're both kind of mediocre, and definitely Drake, I think, is more talented, alright? Kanye West, if he ever heard that, he would probably pass out and have a heart attack. Because, you know, he thinks he's like the greatest human ever created. But, yeah. We got a spammer in the chat? Can I show my fixed range settings? I just do the value area 70 and the row size 200. That's it. Possible Model 2 Wyckoff. It could be potentially. I don't know much about Wyckoffs. All right. Eminem or Tupac. I'd have to say Tupac, honestly. I don't trust Eminem. I know that sounds really weird. I don't trust Eminem. I appreciate Eminem's Meshuggah or August Burns Red. Shout out to Overcome for the super chat. Oh man, Meshuggah or August Burns Red. Okay, so here's the thing. I can appreciate Meshuggah's technicality more than I can appreciate August Burns Red technicality. They're both technical bands, but obviously, if we had to compare chops, Meshuggah guys are better. But as far as the enjoyment of the music, I prefer listening to August Burns Red. You know? Yeah, we used to use the Rocky song to pump the Bitcoin price, but look, it's, we can't use the Rocky song anymore. Why do I post fewer videos? Well, I'll tell you why. I'll be totally honest with you guys. I always try to be honest with you guys. The reason why I post fewer videos now than I used to is because it actually takes over an hour to get a 10-minute video out. I know that sounds crazy, but you have to think about what to say, right? First of all. Then you have to record the video, you have to edit the video, you need to export the video, you need to upload the video, you need to do the SEO for the video, you gotta make a thumbnail for the video. And there was a point where I was doing that twice a day, plus a live stream, and it just took over my whole life. And it wasn't worth it as far as the growth of the channel, because I might get like 13 subscribers, 13 to maybe 50 at the most subscribers for one of those videos. But if I do an hour live stream, I'll get like 150 subscribers. If I do a 2-hour live stream, I can get hundreds of subscribers. And so for one live stream, I could get 100 subscribers. For 2 videos, I could get 100 subscribers. So if I'm really trying to go hard on the YouTube channel, I can do 2 videos plus a live stream and get hundreds of subscribers a day. But I was burning myself out doing that because I was doing it in the morning. And this is in addition to the VIP live streams that I do. Right? And being a homesteader and a father and a husband and all this other stuff, right? And then I was doing one at night, and it was just wrecking my life, right? And so I just kind of decided that I'm only going to make a video if I need to make a video, because I was making a video no matter what. Like I told myself in 2023, I'm hitting 100,000 subs. I'm going to make a video in the morning, a video at night, and a live stream. It worked really well. But I was making a video no matter what. Even if there was nothing to talk about on Bitcoin, I would make a video to force one out because I wanted to feed into those algos, and the algos will push your content if they know, all right, this channel every day at 8 a.m. releases a video. And because we can rely on this channel putting out a video every day at 8 a.m., we're gonna push this channel in the algorithm more than Joe Schmo TA, because we can rely that Jason Casper is gonna make us ad revenue on a regular basis, because YouTube only cares about ad revenue. So you make a video every day at the same time, YouTube's gonna recommend you to more people because they say, Jason Casper's gonna make us more money than Joe Schmo TA who posts a video every week. So I was trying to do that to increase the algorithms, right? And so, but now it's like, whatever. I'm not gonna kill myself for YouTube. If something important happens, I'll make a video. And if nothing important happens, I won't make a video. I'll do a live stream, because the markets are always going on no matter what. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't make videos. I'm probably the only YouTuber who will tell you guys this on the YouTube, but YouTube's a crazy thing, man. Yeah, look, so I know people appreciate the videos. If something serious happens, I will make a video, right? The past few, if you go back and look at all the videos I've made recently, it's because I actually have something important to say that's going to be helpful for people. But if nothing's changed in like 3 days and Bitcoin's still in the range and the levels are still the same, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to say the same thing in a different way, which I do. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Do I need someone to take the work off my hands? I don't know. I have some people that I'm working with. I have some ideas. I don't know. I have to figure out what I want for the direction of the channel. Pap Bap says you always pop up right when I open YouTube. That's cool. So if you watch me a lot, you will be recommended a lot. But to get recommended to new people, YouTube has to feel that you're worth it, basically. So it's pretty crazy. So in order to grow on YouTube, you need to make content on a regular basis, and then you have to get a video that somehow goes viral, right? It's like a catch-22. YouTube won't push you unless you get views, and you won't get views unless YouTube pushes you. So you have to find an open door somehow. Some video has to somehow go viral, and once it does, and YouTube identifies your channel as part of this niche, then you got to make content for that niche, be regular with it, and YouTube will start recommending you to more people. We need more short about your watermelon. Oh yeah, look, I plan on making a lot more homesteading content. I plan on making a lot more homesteading content in the spring. I plan on making a lot of shorts about homesteading, even ones about fitness. So I plan on expanding the content this year. All right, shout out to Dave Digital, shout out to Sudeep, shout out to Zarafa San. Says, like to stream you lads. Shout out to Mark Dutch. Shout out to Toff. Shout out to DBJ. How much money do I make from YouTube? You know what? Not too much. I probably make about $2,000 a month, to be honest with you. I think so. About $2,000 a month. YouTubers, they don't make a lot of money from ad revenue. You gotta sell stuff, right? I know YouTubers who have more subs than me, and they are not doing well, because if you're a YouTuber out there, if you're trying to be a YouTuber, you are not relying on that ad revenue for your pay. That's a supplement, but you got to find some kind of product to sell. Like if you find yourself with a platform, the order of operations for you should be, you need to have a product to sell. And number two, you need to have some kind of subscription-based service to sell. If you want to monetize a YouTube channel, subscription-based services where you're making residual income passively, that's where it's at. That's better than selling anything. Like, that's where it's at. If you want to monetize your YouTube channel for real. Because small channels can make a lot. You think about it too, like you have some kind of group, whatever your channel's about, it could be anything. You have a Patreon, you charge people a small fee every month. You know, if you have a couple thousand subscribers, you know, you have 500 people paying $15, $20 a month. That's pretty good, and that's residual. It means you don't have to do anything extra for it. You don't have to go out and close a sale, right? So that is the number one thing anybody who's trying to monetize a YouTube channel should focus on. Like, if you want to monetize the content and the value that you're putting out there. And then secondary to that is going to be courses, products, anything else you can sell once off. And then third is going to be affiliate marketing. Like, you know, I affiliate with Market Cypher, the exchanges I trade on. And then last of all in that pyramid is going to be the YouTube ad revenue. Like, that should be your focus if you're trying to start an online business. That's the way to do it. The least amount of work as possible for the most money as possible. Do I have a long trade in my order set already? No, I do not have a limit order at this golden pocket yet. I kind of want to see what happens as we come down to there. All right, so 12, he says we're going to take the lows and then boom. Interesting, man. In my opinion, we already took the lows. But what lows are you talking about? Like some lower lows? Because honestly, the golden pocket down here at 43.8 looks so nice. Is that even, hang on. Hang on, where did we pull that from? Yeah, that golden pocket looks so nice, guys. If we go for that low, is that the low you're talking about? Like our current low? Yeah, if we get a move down to like, hang on, I'm flopping and groping right now with the fib pulls. These right now are the two juiciest. Like if we don't make a higher low here, we do have a golden pocket below us as well, but more so this golden pocket here at 43.8, just above 43.8, we have ourselves a daily order block. Right, we got a daily order block. Let's see if I put on the Lux Algo indicator. Doesn't it show me the order blocks? I think this might be an order block down here. No, it's not. I don't know. I don't know how to use Lux Algo, but it's definitely a. I don't affiliate with Lux Algo, by the way. I just have it. There's definitely an order block at 43.9. 43.9. That was the level we were looking at yesterday when Tom Crown was on stream. So taking this low, guys, is definitely juicy as all get out. Juicy as all get out. How's that for a boomer phrase right there? Shout out to all my boomers in the house. Crazy as all get out. Look at that. Look at that. POC, daily order block, golden pocket, 43.9, 43.8. Take this last low. That would be juicy, huh? That would be pretty juicy. Alright guys, man, we've been live for 2 hours. Price action's kind of boring. I gotta head out. I gotta do some other stuff. But look, God bless every single one of you watching. In Jesus' name, I know not everybody's religious, but for me, I truly value my relationship, my walk with Jesus, because it gives me hope, it gives me meaning, it gives me purpose in an otherwise utterly futile existence. And not only that, He has changed my life and blessed me in so many ways, and I'm so thankful. And I do pray that all of you are also very blessed. May the Lord bless you and protect you and give you wholeness. And I will see everybody in the next stream. Peace, y'all.